And welcome everybody. Welcome back to the Aspire Hub. My name is Nader Daywood. I am the lead coach and co-owner at Aspire Career Services. I'm very, very happy that you're checking the Aspire Hub again. And thank you very much for your subscription and for actually using it. Today we're gonna have another subject that is very, very important for everybody in the workplace. And I think all of us, if not most of us, that actually go through it a lot, which is stress in the workplace. So today we're going to talk about stress management, how to navigate around it, and some tips and solutions and strategies to practice around it. So that was the subject for the day that I'm going to talk about. I want to begin it by actually just sharing a quote that I really, really, really like. It's actually by a football coach. His name is Lou Holtz, and it says, "It's not the load that breaks you; it's the way you carry it." So it's not the load that breaks you down, really. It's really the way that you carry the load. It's the way that you look at it and the way that you navigate around. So that's really going to be around what we are going to talk about today together. Hopefully that you will find it impactful and useful for you. I'm going to jump right in right here for the first slide, which is the outline. I always like to give you guys an outline of what we're going to talk about today. The first thing that we will talk about is understanding the workplace stress. Sometimes we go through a lot of emotions, we go through a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings during the work hours or throughout the work month or the work day. But we can't really sometimes pinpoint if it's just stress, if it's frustration, if it's anger. So it's very important for us, all of us, to define that what kind of feeling that we're having right now. Is it stress or something else? Second, we're going to discuss common causes of workplace stress. We're also going to discuss effects. How does stress affect you in your workplace? And then lastly, how to manage it real quick. So on the first subject that we're going to talk about is understanding workplace stress. And really it's just here like a very brief attempt to define it. And it here says that stress is the body's reaction to any change that requires an adjustment or a response, particularly in a work environment. So your body reacts to everything, guys. One of them is stress. One of the feelings that your body reacts to is stress. And there is multiple ways that your body reacts to it, sometimes by body language, sometimes by exhaustion. But really, your body is going to react to any feeling that you have, including stress. And really, I want to identify here some types of work stress that you might go through. And the first one is kind of short term. It's short term stress due to immediate job demands, something that just came up, something that just happened, a change that happened. And I hope that you guys have checked the adapting to change presentation as well to know more about this. But something happened in the short term that is causing you some stress, and you really want to know how to navigate that or manage it. The second type is kind of chronic stress. It's long-term stress from ongoing work issues. And if you have chronic stress, this is really a sign that the things that are causing you stress have been going on for a very, very long time. And again, today I'm going to give you some tips on how to navigate that as well. So on the next slide right here, we are going to discuss like what really causes stress. What are some of the common causes of workplace stress? And one of the first things is workload. If you have really a higher than usual workload, something that is not compatible to your strengths, something that is not compatible to your pace, will definitely cause you some stress. Second is work-life balance, and we see that very common with the people that are working extended hours, and they feel like, well, I've been at work, I go home, I just, finish dinner, go to sleep, and then get back to work. The work-life balance also, if it's not well balanced, I guess, will cause you a lot of stress. Third is role uncertainty. And this is something that I really want you to think about right now. How sure are you about your job responsibilities? Do you know exactly what they are? Do they need some clarification? Because sometimes you'll find yourself being grabbed in a lot of different directions, and you don't know if that's really within your job responsibility or not. So it's very, very important to clarify that. Fourth is conflicts with colleagues or supervisors. If you're having some conflicts at work, and as we like to call them here at Aspire, disagreements, because we can't agree on anything, it's just really how about we uh, resolve that disagreement. And again, I will tell you, we also have a presentation on the Aspire Hub that addresses conflict resolution. And we also have a Pro Insight video. Please go check it out. It will show you how to also address some disagreements, especially with supervisors. And then lastly, on one of the causes, or the last cause that we have right here, is fear of job loss or instability. And you know, with you being working within a company that has been stable for a long time, when you start learning, okay, well, there's some instability coming along the path, or I'm really afraid that sometimes there's going to happen some layoffs, or my job performance is not really up there, and I'm not certain about my job stability, that also causes a lot of stress for you. So these were briefly just some of the causes for work stress that we can identify together, and hopefully I'll help you overcome it today. So the next thing is effects, and how does that really affect you in the workplace? There's different kinds of effects that you can see on the screen right here. The first one is physical effects. How can we identify some physical effects on your body to help us know that if you're going through stress or not? So if you're getting headaches, if you're feeling constant fatigue, if you're having constant muscle tension, then you're probably under stress. It takes a toll on your body. It has a huge effect on your body and the way that you're thinking and the way that you're operating every single day. Second, it could have also some emotional effects, things like anxiety, irritability, depression, where you feel like you don't want to talk to anybody. You're procrastinating. You don't want to talk about the problem. You just want to be left alone. These are all signs of or effects of stress. Third is cognitive effects. It will give you some difficulty concentrating, or every single time you'll feel like, oh my God, how did I forget about that? These are all signs for stress, guys, or effects of stress within the workplace. And then fourth and last is behavioral effects. If your behavior starts to change and you really start feeling like, well, I'm not myself, decreased productivity, increased absenteeism, you feel like you don't want to go to work, so I'm gonna call in. And we've all done it before, that we have woken up in the morning and we were like, well, I don't want to go there today. I really don't have the energy or the capacity to go and deal with all of that today. So I'm just going to call in today. And especially when it happens so often, again, that's another sign that you're ongoing stress. Now, here I'm going to tell you on how to manage stress. This is going to be very brief, guys. And the first thing I'll tell you is to have a healthy lifestyle choices. And I know it sounds cliche. A lot of people tell you, well, you got to eat well, you got to sleep well, you got to do this, you got to do that. Like, all of these things are cliche. Everybody says it. But I really want you to kind of think about it right here. If you're having regular physical activity, if you're having a balanced diet, and if you're having adequate sleep, this is something that at least will put you at a really good point of concentration to be able to deal with the stress that you're going through. It will also enhance your ability to solve that stress, or find techniques and solutions to solve it. You're going to have much more resilience if you have better sleep, a balanced diet, or regular physical activity. Second is prioritizing tasks. You know, sometimes your supervisor or your leader, because you're such a hard worker and you're such an amazing employee, will pile up a lot of tasks on your desk because they know that you can do it. They don't know if you are stressed out or not. And it's very, very important to prioritize these tasks and to communicate that with your leader. Because if you prioritize it, you will be able to identify what's important and what's urgent, and set realistic goals for yourself. And then third, I will tell you, avoid procrastination. The first thing that we think about is, okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow, or I'm going to do it in an hour, or I'm going to do it in 2 days. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm also guilty of that. Is when I'm handed a task or there's something that I need to finish, I'll be like, okay, well, this is probably going to take me 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So I'm just going to push it to the side and then work on something else. While for you to feel productive, for you to feel great, for you to release that stress, is to actually complete the task. It's not to set it aside and then think about it later. It's to complete it right then and there, because you're the expert on completing it. So finish your tasks as soon as you feel, or as the demand says that it has to be finished right now. It will give you much, much more relief. So please avoid procrastination as much as you can. And then the fourth point right here is to the social support networks around you. Sometimes, guys, I don't know about you, but sometimes I can't handle stress on my own. I need someone to support me. So the social support networks around you, things like colleagues, participating in team building activities, or actually reaching out for your supervisor or leader, um, coaching and development can help you a lot navigating stress or getting over stress, which is another reason that I'll tell you that the Aspire services that we provide right here is something also essential, because we can help you navigate through stress as well on a monthly basis. We will be available through live chat and your monthly coaching session or mentoring session as well. So, and then lastly, what I would like to give you right here is to seek professional help. If all of that is not working, uh, we can always seek professional help. There are professionals out there that can help you. Aspire is one of them. EAPs at your work can help them. Utilize a mentor is something also essential to navigate through stress. So hopefully that was brief enough for you to how to navigate through stress, common effects and common causes. And I hope that was useful and impactful for you today. Keep checking the Aspire Hub, guys. And I'm very, very happy that you're using your subscription one more time. Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful day.